English Stories. Good Night Moon. In the gentle embrace of twilight, where the night softly mingles with the fading day, a little room stood cozy and warm. This room belonged to a little bunny named Benjamin. Tonight was a special night, a night for saying good night to everything in his delightful room. As the last golden rays of sunlight filtered through the lace curtains, Benjamin adjusted his soft, blue pajamas, and his mother, a kind and loving bunny with wise eyes, began their nightly routine. "Are you ready, my little one?" she asked. "Yes, Mommy," Benjamin replied with a tiny yawn, already feeling the comforting pull of sleep. Mother Bunny smiled and lit the bedside lamp, casting a soft glow over the room. "Then let us say good night." Together, they turned to the bed first. Draped in a quilt made of colorful patches sewn with love, it awaited Benjamin's sleepy head. "Good night, big bed," Benjamin said softly, touching the quilt's cool surface. Mother Bunny's voice was soft as she joined in, "Good night, big cozy bed. May you hold my Benjamin safely through the night." Next to the bed, they saw Benjamin's shelf filled with books, stories of adventures, magic, and dreams beyond imagination. "Good night, books," Benjamin whispered, his fingers brushing the spines tenderly. "Good night, stories," Mother Bunny echoed, "thank you for filling our minds with wonders." Across from the bed, a sturdy wooden dresser stood, its surface neatly adorned with Benjamin's treasures, a seashell from a beach trip, a smooth pebble from a nearby creek, and a figurine of a brave knight. "Good night, dresser," Benjamin said, looking at each treasure with sleepy eyes. Mother Bunny chuckled and said, "Good night, little keepsakes. You safeguard precious memories." On the nightstand, the little lamp continued to cast its gentle light. Its soft beams filled the room with a soothing warmth. "Good night, lamp," Benjamin mumbled, giving it a nod. Mother Bunny lowered her voice, "Good night, gentle light, for guiding us safely into dreams." They turned to the walls now, covered in wallpaper of the softest greens and blues, adorned with drawings and paintings, a rainbow drawn with crayon, a meadow painted with careful brush strokes. "Good night, walls," Benjamin said, tracing one drawing with a little paw. "Good night, beautiful art," Mother Bunny whispered, "your colors bring joy to our hearts." On a high shelf sat Benjamin's cherished stuffed toys, Mr. Bear, Floppy the rabbit, and Spot the dog, all arranged in a neat parade, their faces soft and welcoming. "Good night, Mr. Bear, Floppy, and Spot," Benjamin whispered, watching them with fondness. Mother Bunny's eyes twinkled as she said, "Good night, dear friends. Watch over Benjamin till morning light." A rocking chair, where Benjamin's grandmother often read stories, stood by the window. It creaked gently, as though agreeing it was time to rest. "Good night, rocking chair," Benjamin said, smiling as he imagined his grandmother rocking back and forth. "Good night, dear chair," Mother Bunny said, giving it a gentle pat. "You have held us dearly while stories flew through the air." The night outside was serene, the moon beginning its nightly watch over the world. The window framed a landscape of darkened trees and distant, twinkling stars. "Good night, moon," Benjamin whispered, peeking through the curtains. Mother Bunny lifted him up, so he could see better. "Good night, moon, shining bright. Watch over us through the night." As they peered out, they saw the garden bathed in moonlight, yawning flowers closing for the night, and fireflies beginning their delicate dance. "Good night, flowers," Benjamin said, feeling a connection to the peaceful outside world. Mother Bunny echoed, "Good night, garden, resting now. Dream of sunshine and morning dew." Gazing further, they saw the familiar sight of the distant hills, gentle and comforting in their presence. "Good night, hills," Benjamin said softly, feeling the natural world's embrace. Mother Bunny's voice was full of love. "Good night, timeless hills. May your whispers keep us calm." Turning back to the room, they saw the desk where Benjamin painted and drew, its surface now clear, ready for tomorrow's creations. "Good night, desk," Benjamin said, remembering the fun he had there. "Good night, creativity," Mother Bunny whispered, "sleep tight until tomorrow's light." Near the desk, a small rug lay spread on the floor, woven with colors and patterns of the meadow and sky. "Good night, rug," Benjamin said, feeling its soft texture under his feet. Mother Bunny knelt down to the rug. Good night, warm rug. Thank you for cushioning our steps and catching our dreams. As they wandered to the corner, they saw Benjamin's toys neatly arranged in a toy box, blocks, cars, a train set, and more, all waiting for tomorrow's play. Good night, toys, Benjamin said, giving a careful nod. Good night, little joys, Mother Bunny said with a smile. Rest now, till a new day arrives. Against the wall, there was a clock, its hands moving steadily, marking time with a gentle tick-tock. Good night, clock, Benjamin whispered, listening to its rhythmic dance. Mother Bunny rested a hand on Benjamin's shoulder. Good night, timekeeper. Let your slow, steady beat guide us through our sleep. Back by the bed, Benjamin saw his favorite quilt, crafted with care, its colors an array of dreams and comfort. It was more than a covering, it was a tapestry of love. Good night, quilt, he said, running a paw over its smooth patches. Mother Bunny wrapped him in an embrace. Good night, quilt, stitched with love. Keep my little bunny warm and snug. Feeling the night's embrace deepening, Benjamin looked down at his little feet, nestled in soft slippers. Good night, slippers, he said quietly, grateful for their comfort. Mother Bunny bent down to kiss his forehead. Good night, dear slippers, always faithful in your task. With all the good nights nearly said, Mother Bunny guided Benjamin to his bed. She pulled up the quilt and tucked him in, her paws gentle with timeless care. Good night, Benjamin, she said, her voice a loving melody. May your dreams be sweet and your rest be deep. Good night, Mommy, Benjamin replied, his eyes growing heavy, I love you. With one last look around the room, filled with all the cherished objects and the life they lived within its walls, Mother Bunny whispered to the night. Good night, little room of love and dreams. Hold my precious bunny close. As Mother Bunny slowly turned off the lamp, the room was filled with a serene twilight, a gentle dance of moonbeams and shadows. She quietly left, letting the door remain ajar, allowing a sliver of light to keep her watchful eye. In the comforting silence, Benjamin nestled deeper into his quilt, feeling a warmth that went beyond the fabric. His eyes fluttered shut, and he let out a contented sigh. Good night, world, he whispered one last time, till the morning comes again. And so, the little room, now peacefully quiet, became a sanctuary of dreams. The moon watched over the room, stars twinkled softly outside, and every cherished object in the room seemed to settle into its own peaceful slumber. Through the night, Benjamin's dreams were filled with adventures. He dreamt of flying through starlit skies with his stuffed friends, of diving into a sea made of quilt patches, and of painting pictures in the clouds. In these dreams, the moon continued to give its soft, guiding light, the stars whispered stories in his ears, and the warmth of his mother's love enveloped him like the quilt that now kept him warm. As morning approached, the first rays of the sun began to stretch their fingers through the lace curtains. The room stirred gently, bathed in soft, golden light, bringing a new day's promise. Benjamin awoke with a sleepy smile, his room greeting him with familiar warmth. He stretched his little paws and looked around, each object now glowing with the morning sun's kiss. Mother Bunny entered the room, her face beaming with the day's light. Good morning, my little one, she said, leaning down to give him a tender hug. Good morning, Mommy, Benjamin replied, feeling the day's possibilities burgeon within him. Together, they embraced the new day, Benjamin with his boundless curiosity and Mother Bunny with her steadfast love. The room, a sanctuary of love and dreams, continued to be a place of comforting routine and small wonders. And thus, each night, as the soft twilight returned, Benjamin and his mother said goodnight to their little world, weaving a tapestry of comfort and love that would forever bind them in sweet repose. So, dear children, as you close your eyes and say goodnight to your own cozy rooms, remember that love, warmth, and the gentle light of the moon will always watch over you, guiding you into the sweetest of dreams. Good night to you all, and may your dreams be filled with magic and wonder. Sleep tight until the morning light.